Okay, we're going to try something different. People have been asking me in the stream a lot to uh, post some sort of a thing talking about CVs. So if the picture behind me isn't very obvious, welcome to a little bit of a CV talk. We want to get some more people in the game, equipped better with CVs, knowing what your prerogatives are, knowing what you're supposed to do. I am handicapped. If anyone's watched my stream before, they know that I disconnect when I play CVs a lot. So, just a warning before this video. And if you ever find me and I'm in a carrier and I'm against you, then there's some knowledge you can use to your advantage. So the first thing you want to make sure you were doing in a CV, and we'll get to the breakdown of my build and everything here in a minute. The first thing you want to do is counter spot. And what I mean by counter spot is your carrier, your planes can spot, unless it's in smoke and not firing, destroyers, which are typically, they go forward. They can't be detected very easily. They spot people. You want to try to spot them and draw your people to shoot them as quickly as possible. If in the fact that there's no destroyers on your team, or in the situation that there was one or two and you helped with your side, the side that you're trying to push, it's death, and the other side seems to be handling their destroyer a little bit better, or there's just no way you can find it right now because it's just sitting in smoke. The next thing you prioritize is setting fires and getting torpedo hits. You want to try to get those damage over times going. And you don't want to do it on one ship. Try to, if you can, if they're not clustered together, try to target multiple ships with one run. Because if you can get a flood on one ship and a flood on another ship, then your team or you, whether your floods keep going or fires keep going, or in the event of your team being able to get in there and do a little bit of work, they might get a fire or something started that can't be taken off. At that point, if there's no destroyers and you're comfortable, then help push. And a lot of people, there's two different playstyles I've seen a lot of. Some people are way too aggressive. We were in a battle a week or two ago where a Lexington commander pushed the middle of the map and was the first thing to die. You don't want to do that. Definitely not. Your CVs are one of the most important assets your team has. If you're in a game with one, you need to play it a little bit more reserved, but a little bit more aggressive in some situations. Push up, yes, but push to islands. Make sure you're not spotted. Make sure you don't go past your team. So typically, team setups, your battleships who are ranged battleships are behind your cruisers. You want to stay behind your cruisers. You want to stay with someone who can help your AA, because the way that they've got AA now, even though it's one volley, that's one volley the other planes can get to. I've seen some people just back up at the beginning of the match and go straight to like the back corner or the far edge of the map. That's something else you might not want to do. Just my opinions, coming from someone who plays CVs a lot. But getting into a little bit of the bulk of the situation. Here's Lexington. This is my favorite ship to play. I'm currently in the process of trying to make it my most played ship. I'm at about probably 90 games in it, but I'm at 140 in my Atlanta, so it's going to take a little while. Other than CVs, I play cruisers. We'll get into some videos about that later. But for right now, this is my Lexington. The upgrades on the Lexington that I took. We have Flight Control Mod 1. First off. Second off, we've got Air Groups Mod 2. Both giving you a little bit of an up on your planes. Third, I did take Concealment System. There's not really much reason why you should take Target Act. I mean, it increases your spotting range and your plane spotting range, which helps, but there's not really too much of a reason for you to take that. Concealment System, just especially with the Americans, does so much better with reining in the size of your detection bubble and making it to where people are a little bit harder to hit you at range. For the fourth slot, I took Air Groups Mod 3. You could also take Flight Control Mod 2 if you wanted to, but especially Tier 7, there's no reason to, because your planes go plenty fast anyway. And I just being able to have my aircraft back quicker and more HP. That's just a little bit more utility there. Secondary battery reload time, you could take secondaries. That is another build you could do on Lexington. But you're not necessarily wanting to keep to that. AA guns, you could also put that on there, but again, it's not much of something that you maybe want to try to do. If you get it working for you, that's you. This is my build. But then again, you know, your last three upgrades are going to be your aircraft upgrades and your hull upgrade. As far as commander, we are using Ernest King. He is the American CV commander. For inspirations, however, we are using Le Détruge de Fournet and Space Fishy. The reason why I use Space Fishy, and I don't have him maxed out yet, but is there are a few cruisers and a few instances where I would have hit a destroyer before if my torpedoes would have been a little bit faster. So what I've done there is just make it to where my torpedoes being, you know, a couple of knots faster, get them there quicker, help out. As far as the build, we're going sweating it flies, emergency power, out of sight, burn baby burn, and you want to have death from above. You could run fully packed, but fully packed doesn't affect your planes as much as people would think it does. And yes, it gives you consumables, so like extra plane drops and stuff for when you're in the air, but death from above is a little bit better, giving you airspeed of dive bombers a little bit, reducing damage to your CV if you're within range of an ally. Just helps a little bit more. We are going to see if we can find a match. So I can show this off a little bit better. Typically with your tier 3s, matches can range from Q times, they're still kind of horrendous. Tier 5's kind of horrendous. Tier 7's, they don't typically have a very long time of wait time. About typical battleship wait time. If it lasts too long, though, you can always back out, requeue. But yeah. There we go. So yeah, and in reference with this video and going forward, all of the gameplay will be live commentary. So if I end up bringing anyone in here that might be better about a certain subject, then yeah, just have fun listening to us yell and rant and rave while we're trying to talk about the ships too. So one thing a lot of people don't realize, so whenever you autopilot, as long as you don't turn your rudder, it'll stay on autopilot. You can drop that down. So I always drop it down to quarter speed, because even though I'm moving up, I don't want to move up too fast. So what do we got? Okay, we're top tier. We got a couple of Bismarcks and Gneisenau in a group. Surrey and a Life on Task on our team. So see, this is one of the things I was talking about with having a single DD on the other team. So we can go look for him. Ours started in the middle, so more than likely his is going to be in the middle as well. So with bombers and torps, and I'll go over it again with torps. Starting at the bottom left, your abilities, you do have your fighter planes. You have a speed boost, which for a little while lets you go at full speed for longer. And then the other one is to return your planes back to your ship. It's very handy whenever you're at a point where you might not be able to push anymore. You might not be wanting to lose all of your planes, because if you're going to lose all your planes to AA, you might as well just go ahead and shoot your planes back up. So this flak right here. So another thing I see people do, they'll just fly through it. Like you see some of my ships, my planes are taking damage, which I'm just, see if I can bomb this Vanguard. So what you want to do is you want to try to dodge that as much as possible. Especially with one of the recent updates, they've made it a little bit easier to dodge. Got 2 fires. Good, good, good. But you want to dodge that, so don't get too caught up on what's on the ground in front of you. Peripherals, use your peripherals, look around, kind of keep a grasp on what ships are around you, what your target's doing, but try to keep eyes up for like getting a grasp on where to dodge, where to go, how to get out of the way, especially when you're approaching multiple ships like that with the Bismarcks and the Helena. So we're going to go out this way a little bit with this Gneisenau. Another thing to keep an eye on too is back at your CV on the map. Like right now I'm not detected, so whenever you get detected, that circle, that blue circle will turn orange. So if it turns orange, it means probably there's a DD approaching you. That means you probably just want to go ahead and send your planes up and get ready to try to torque beat, dodge, you know, whatever you got to do. Should be a pretty good hit. Got 5 hits, 2 fires. Okay, and then see, this is what I mean, like I'm getting tore up, so we're just going to send them back. Swap to torque bombers. We have a Gneisenau hanging out with us. Okay, I'm going to have my ship start turning over to go out. That's another thing too, keep going back to change your course, modify things. Whenever you are spending time at your ship, try to get your speeds adjusted to how you need them for whatever you're doing. Like right now I don't mind it going full speed because it's a tiny move. Right now we got Bismarck that we could maybe finish off. The Gneisenau, this Helena right here. So another thing that you can do, like this Helena is trying to dodge my torps right now, like preemptively. Something that you want to be mindful of too is people will always try to dodge your torps. So if you're in a situation to where maybe dodging your torps would make them run into someone else's torps or go broadside to someone, then always choose that. Because if you can get something going to where, yeah, maybe you're not going to do damage, but the other person that you're targeting is going to be pulled into a bad situation, then, I mean, your team's going to do damage, so you're going to win, right? Got a Vanguard almost dead over there. Still got this Bismarck, so we'll probably finish him off now. Still haven't spotted the destroyer yet. He's not pushing the side that we're helping on. If he is, he's doing a really good job at being hidden. Dr. Love, 93, in a Bismarck. Probably. Yeah, he'll probably die before I get to it. Which is fine. If not, then I'll snipe it off to someone. Yep, there it is. Gneisenau got it. Yep, and as far as targeting, with torque planes, try to make sure you're about 4 kilometers away when you start your run. With yep, and I'm disconnecting. We'll get right back into that, but with torque planes, about 4 kilometers to 5, depending on the tier, depending on how what kind of ship it is, and then with actual bomber planes, with the HE bombs, you want to try to get your reticle on top of them if they're going the same way, maybe a little bit in front of them, because you can always adjust. And if they're coming towards you, right in front of them. Okay. See, that's not too bad. But that's my handicap. So anyone who's ever seen me in a match, like, just planes flying off in one direction, that's my handicap that I have to deal with. My router is to blame. I will be replacing that soon. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. We can still get some stuff in. Got this nice now. Trying to push on a busy. Looks like he's gonna take it out. Okay, so it's gonna take a torpedo. Okay, so we are going to immediately start heading towards the middle. We're gonna go this way. As far as planes, we'll just let that run out. And we'll start heading to the other side. We got 3 targets left. Still don't know what the destroyer is. I haven't seen it. Oh, there it is. I start asking about it and it pops up. Now damage-wise, this hasn't been that good of a match. But just getting in there, getting spots, pushing things. All you want to do is try to be the support to make your team win. You don't necessarily want to get high damage or any of that. Usually I shoot as a goal for at least doing, which there's the enemy plane, so we'll deploy a fighter squad. But I'll usually just shoot for whatever my health is in damage. As kind of a bare minimum, like what I would like to get before the match is over. Because 9 times out of 10, that's about the point to where you're not going to be losing money, which is a good thing. I still say that they need to add, like they do on PC, add spotting ribbons, so that DDs and CVs especially can make a little bit more money. This should be something that they're working on. Oh, we'll find out. 3 good hits on the CV. So we know where everyone is, so let's see here. Ozma is almost dead. But yeah, so you can see the whenever enemy planes get within your CV, your planes deploy automatically. Let's see. Shokaku, hello again. And turning. Gonna try to set the Shokaku on fire. Got 1 fire. Okay. Back to torp bombers. Torps. What?
Hold on. Alec just said Kate off my bed.
Kate's not on his bed. But torps are going to work a lot better against other CVs. You do not want to try to keep blowing them up with bombs.
Turn off the water.
What we're going to do right here. Yes, I know I'm running through stuff. Here we go.
Show me what you were doing.
Yep. Still burning the Shokaku. Ah, Fantastic got it. I mean, Z23 is all we got left. Yes. What? Oh, okay. I like it when Alec is doing good. If you've ever sat in our streams too, sometimes he can be a little mean to his little brother, but he's been doing good today. Good on him.
Good on him.
Alright, so one thing I'm going to say, it is a lot easier to bomb any Americans onto Aditi. See if I get one. Got one target hit. Okay. So now all we're doing basically is sitting here and flying in a circle until he comes out of the smoke or fires. And we're going to deploy one set of planes to help. And we're getting disconnected. Right into the match, though. It's fine. Cute little guy in there. Yep, right back in. Join right in as the bell ends. There we go. So, not too bad. 63,000 damage. Got middle of the pack.
He was trying to make it.
He was doing good.
But he could have came to us.
But, yeah. There's one match. There's my thoughts and how to play CVs, so thank y'all, and we will post more videos on CVs, cruisers, whatever, as we do a little bit more into this. Like I said, first video I just wanted to play some, talk about CVs, play a CV match, tell you guys exactly, because again, a lot of people have been coming in asking for questions. Pat's been sending people my way. Let 'em Peek's been talking about it. So I mean, just everyone, if you're playing a CV, just listen, look around, make sure you're spotting, make sure you're doing a little bit of, you know, dot damage on everything that you can. Don't try to just focus one target. You'll get better games off. Because it's what the goal is here, is to try to educate and get people to where they are doing a lot better in the ships that they want to play. If you keep doing stuff like that, if you keep doing what you're supposed to, but you're just not enjoying it, then try finding another ship that you enjoy. Try finding a style that suits you. But thanks everyone for coming by. If you want to see me playing stuff live, I'm probably live at some point during today. Just go look up twitch.tv/Noctvale. And if you want any more like tutorial videos or anything like this, just come in there, yell at me about how horrible I did this one or how good I did this one. I don't know. But yeah, and anything you guys want to see, we will do. Get out to you guys. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful night. Have a good day, whatever time it is, and we will see you next time.
Stop the world, I wanna get off. Stop the world, I wanna get off. Cause all of this hate is getting too much.